if you struggle to do squats, this is the video for you.
And also many of you will feel intimidated by this evil machine. I know. I remember the first time I stepped into the gym and I tried to figure out what the hell is going on with this. How do you even move the bar? This bar looks so heavy, like 200 kilos. Am I ever going to be able to move it? And then it was that magical day when I finally built the courage. And I felt more confident and I tried squats once I built my confidence and I knew how to perfect my form. And that's it. I couldn't even feel it in my glutes. I was feeling it in my quads. I was feeling it in my back. It was breaking me. And it's true. If you don't know how to do it correctly, squats are a very good glute exercise actually as well, but only if you know how to do it right. And today I'm going to explain to you, amore, how to do this. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, familia, if you want me to coach you one-on-one with all exercises to help you become super confident at the gym, know every exercise with your diet, with your workouts, with everything, don't forget link in bio for one-to-one online coaching. Grab your cup of tea now because we are going to be learning so much today. First of all, let's look into the squat as a movement, okay? So squatting is actually a compound movement. What does it mean? Compound means that we'll target automatically more muscles at once. It's opposite to isolation movement. No matter what we do, the squat is always going to target other muscles, okay? It's such a complex exercise that our body needs all different parts to engage to help you, okay? It wants to help you because it's normal. Actually, it's quite a complex exercise that you need to do. But, and I say but there is a way to feel it more in your glutes because there is different types of squats that I'm going to show you today. What we're going to do is focusing on the barbell one, the one on the rack. But then if you also are even more beginner and you don't feel still very confident in using the rack, you don't want to approach it, I will show you also another way to do squats to feel it more in your glutes without necessarily using this machine, okay, the squat rack, if you feel a little bit not confident. And still, even me as an advanced, I also use that other variation. So stick around to see what that's going to be. Now we're going to be studying the two types of squats here today. So we have two types of squats. They're going to be called based on where we position the bar, okay? So we have high bar squats, which like the word say, the bar is going to be sitting higher on our traps. A lot of people make the mistake, it's high bar and they put it on their neck. You want to end up in the hospital. Not on your neck that the bar needs to be positioned, but rather here at the top of our traps, okay? The trapezius muscle goes all the way through our neck until here down. We want to put it at the beginning, over here, just always where our shoulders sit as well. This is the first type of squat. Now, what's the problem, let's say, with this? Because the bar is really high on here, so let's actually grab it so that you can see what I mean. Because the bar is sitting here higher on my trap, I have to stay more upright. In order for this not to slide, I have to sort of pinch almost my shoulders back and make sure that I hold it as well. I use my arms also to hold it, but it's more or less more upright position. So when I squat and I go down, it's like I'm sitting down, it's almost more upright, okay? Now, with this, it means that I will feel it more in my quads, generally speaking. The second type instead is low bar squat. So we're gonna be putting this a lot lower on our traps. Now, because it's so low, we can't stay upright, otherwise we'll struggle, especially when we start adding more weight, okay? It will be more challenging. So automatically what we have to do is to lean more forward. So automatically leaning more forward when we squat, this is the difference, okay? And automatically this will target more our glutes. So this low bar squat, because of the position that we are more leaning forward like this, automatically will target more our glutes, okay? Now, what's important that you know is that even exercise selection, regardless to whether you want to target your quads more or your glutes more, also it's important to understand your genetics. There is different types of people, okay? So for example, there's people that have longer legs in relation to their torso that will tend to lean more forward anyway, even if they want to do the high bar. It's best for them to lean more forward. It will happen more naturally, okay? So genetics as well will also decide for you what the variation of squat is also best for you. For this reason, when my online coaching clients come, we always have a look at them first. You need to send us pictures and making sure that we understand your proportions, your body composition, to also help you with the best variation, exercise variation that is good for you. Because just because I prefer a certain variation doesn't mean that it will be fitting your needs and your body and your genetics, your body composition, your experience, etc. Okay? So at this point, what I really want you to do, because a lot of people will do squats, okay, after you learn the form, which by the way, we will teach you even step by step exactly how to position your feet if you never squatted in your life. We literally have beginners from level 0 that have never even stepped into the gym, and we teach them everything, and now they're literally lifting better and more than me. But the most important thing when you do this these kind of squats, because if you don't do them right, you will tend to feel them in the lower back. A lot of you, I know, they will feel it in your lower back, or also on your knees, on your hips, they will have. This is due to two things. One, your mobility, okay? So you need to actually prep your joints properly. You need to warm up properly. You can't just jump straight away. Especially if you sit a lot, if you had a sedentary job, you will naturally be more rusty than someone that moves around a lot, okay? So you need to prep your joints and your body before you do a movement like this and other movements at the gym too. So you have to, first of all, warm up your joints, make sure you work on your mobility, and also learn how to brace. What is bracing? You'll be like, are we in the airplane, Chiara? No. Bracing is something that is connected to your breathing, because a lot of people, I'll show you something very quick because I don't want to confuse you too much. Let's look at me now. A lot of people tend to breathe with their chest, okay? So your chest raises up and down. It's shallow breathing, okay? It's not great breathing, because look at what happens. If I'm lifting and I'm putting a lot of weight here, okay, and I'm lifting with my chest like this, watch out my spine. What it's doing? It's arching. And you will do this automatically without thinking, subconsciously. So when you add a weight even on top and you're compromising your spine, you can actually seriously injure yourself, or that's why you also have back pain. The best way is instead to learn how to brace. Bracing is different from the shallow breathing from your chest, okay? It's rather instead breathing with your diaphragma, we say in Italian. In English, I don't know what the English name is, but it should be diaphragm. Basically, it's diaphragmatic breathing, okay, with your stomach, basically, not your stomach, but your diaphragm. Here, there is one. This will make sure that your core is filled with air. It's more stable, and you will not hurt your lower back. Perfect. And as well, this is something that we teach our clients for safety, okay? It's very, really important that you learn it before you do this kind of exercises, vertical exercises like squats, RDLs. So many people say, oh my God, Chiara, RDLs, I always feel them in the lower back. If you actually learn how to brace correctly apart from your form, you should not hurt your lower back as much, okay? But now I want you to have a look at the difference between the high bar and the low bar squat from this angle, and let's see if you can see the difference. Of course, this is a demo weight. I'm not doing any weight with this because I'm talking to you and explaining, so I don't know about you, but when I'm lifting, I can't talk at the same time and I need to brace correctly, so I can't have any weight when I'm doing this. But ideally, obviously, you would want to put weight unless you're a beginner. You want to start with the bar. Okay, so how do we approach the high bar squat? First, we want to make sure that it's about our shoulder or chest level, okay, the beginning of our chest, and we don't go on our tiptoes or too low to grab the barbell. So we'll go and kind of almost pinch our shoulder blades together to create that sort of shelf for the barbell. Remember, we're not putting it on our neck. We don't want to end up in the hospital, but at the beginning of our traps. Okay, we lift this lovely barbell and then bracing, maintaining good form, knees out, and I will do my squat. Okay, now I prepare instead for low bar, which is more glute dominant. It will help you target your glutes more. Instead, we'll be at the bottom of our lovely trap, and straight away when I grab it, I will have to lean more forward. Okay, so leaning more forward and going down. I can definitely go lower with this variation, okay, so it's a lot better for me as well, but in general it's great for those bundagans. Now we looked at this variation for a little bit more advanced. If you hated squats, sometimes I hate them too, sometimes I don't want to look at them, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do barbell squats today, and I fancy doing something different. I'm going to show you a different variation for those beginners. Let's go. Okay, so a little bit more beginner friendly. With this exercise we'll do, we want to first of all choose two elevations that will allow you for a better range of motion. So I chose two aerobic stepper. To be fair, the gym is quite packed, so if it's a little bit taller and higher is better, but it's okay, we'll use what we have for now. And you can use a kettlebell, or for example you can use a dumbbell, whatever you prefer. So what we did, basically the variations that it was glute dominant, so the low bar squats that we just did, but here, so it's a lot easier even for beginners, and also if you don't want to do the squat, right? So this will be similar but slightly different. We'll be doing sumo squats with an elevation. So you remember when I said with the low bar squats, what we do, we lean more forward, okay, because the bar is lower. With this, we lean more forward because we are having the weight from here shifting in front of us, okay? So automatically we'll lean more forward. And leaning more forward already will get your glutes a lot more, okay? Still a compound movement, but we can shift the focus a little bit more on our glutes. Okay, so sumo means that the stance will be wider. So for me, being wider than shoulder width apart, I like to rotate my feet slightly. I will descend down in a squat position, okay? Again, I'm leaning forward, okay? So I'm sinking and sitting into it with the kettlebells like this, okay? And then going down all the way down. So, like I said to you before, they could be higher. You can add sometimes these have little pieces that you can add here on the side to make them higher. I just couldn't find them today, but just for reference to let you know. So you do exactly the same movement that we did before here, leaning more forward. Why are we using this? Because you can do them on the floor if you want, but because we want more range of movement. If we go deeper, okay, we're going deeper stretching our bunda, so more gains, familia. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget that if you want me to coach you step by step, okay, teach you everything from A to Z about every single thing, every single breathing, bracing, breathing, how to do the machines, the mobility, we help you with absolutely everything. The most important thing is it's tailored to you, okay? We do assessments to see how good you are, what your level is, and we'll help you out that way. So if you're serious about finally see those results that you always wanted, don't forget, link in bio for one-to-one coaching. I hope you found in the meantime this video helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe and see you next time with another video. Ciao bella.